The historical context of Daniel's vision, as depicted in chapter 8 of the book of Daniel, is essential for understanding the geopolitical landscape of the time and the prophetic significance of the events described. This vision occurs during the third year of King Belshazzar's reign, placing it around the year 550-539 BC. At this time, the Babylonian Empire was in decline, and the rise of the Medo-Persian Empire was imminent. King Belshazzar's reign marked the twilight years of the Babylonian Empire, which had reached its peak under Nebuchadnezzar II, but had gradually weakened due to internal strife and external pressures. The Medo-Persian Empire, led by Cyrus the Great, was on the ascendancy during Daniel's time. Cyrus had already conquered Media and was poised to overthrow the Babylonian Empire. Daniel, a Jewish exile, served in the Babylonian court during this period. His visions and prophecies provided insights into the future of the nations and the eventual restoration of Israel. The vision is said to have occurred while Daniel was in Susa, the capital of the Persian Empire. Susa was a significant political and cultural center known for its grandeur and strategic importance in the Persian Empire. The vision begins with Daniel seeing a ram with two horns, one of which is longer than the other. The ram represents the Medo-Persian Empire, which was known for its dual leadership structure with the Medes and the Persians. The longer horn symbolizes the dominance of the Persian aspect of the empire over the Medes. The ram is described as charging in various directions, symbolizing the expansionist ambitions of the empire as it conquered neighboring lands to become a dominant force in the ancient Near East. Next, Daniel sees a male goat coming from the west, moving so swiftly that it seems to touch the ground without touching it. The goat has a prominent horn between its eyes. This goat represents the Greek Empire, particularly under the leadership of Alexander the Great. The swiftness of the goat's movement symbolizes the rapid conquests of Alexander. As the goat charges toward the ram, it attacks and defeats it with great force, breaking its two horns. This represents Alexander's decisive victory over the Medo-Persian Empire at the Battle of Ishmael in 333 BC, followed by the final defeat of the Persians at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC. After defeating the ram, the goat becomes even more powerful, but its great horn is eventually broken, symbolizing the untimely death of Alexander the Great in 323 BC. In place of the great horn, four prominent horns emerge, symbolizing the division of Alexander's empire among his four generals after his death. The vision concludes with a small horn emerging from one of the four horns, symbolizing a powerful but sinister ruler who would arise in the latter days, engaging in persecution against God's people and ultimately facing divine judgment. Upon Alexander's untimely death in 323 BC, his empire, stretching from Greece to Egypt and the Indus Valley, was left without a clear successor. This power vacuum led to a protracted period of conflict among Alexander's generals, known as the Diadochi, as they vied for control over different regions of the empire. The breaking of the great horn on the goat symbolizes Alexander's sudden demise and the subsequent division of his empire. Just as the horn was broken, signifying the end of Alexander's reign, the empire fragmented into several successor states ruled by his generals. Alexander's empire was divided into four main successor kingdoms, each ruled by one of his prominent generals. Ptolemaic Kingdom, centered in Egypt, ruled by Ptolemy I Soter. Seleucid Empire, stretching from Anatolia to the borders of India, ruled by Seleucus Nicator. Kingdom of Macedonia in Greece, ruled by Antigonus I Monophthalmus, and later his son Demetrius I of Macedon. Kingdom of Thrace and Asia Minor, controlled by Lysimachus. Antiochus IV Epiphanes. He was a Seleucid king who ruled from 175 BCE to 164 BCE. Antiochus sought to impose Hellenistic culture and religion throughout his realm, including in the territories of Judea and Jerusalem. Antiochus implemented harsh measures against the Jewish population, including outlawing Jewish religious practices, desecrating the temple in Jerusalem, and imposing strict Hellenistic customs upon the people. The prophecy in Daniel 8:11-14 describes a little horn, interpreted by many scholars as a reference to Antiochus IV, who set himself up to be as great as the commander of the army of the Lord, and who caused the daily sacrifice to be abolished and the sanctuary to be destroyed. Gabriel's revelation, also known as the Vision of Gabriel or the Jewish Apocalypse of 587/6 BCE, is a highly debated and controversial inscription discovered in 2007 on a stone tablet. The text is written in Hebrew and describes a revelation given by the angel Gabriel to a figure referred to as Prince of Princes or Prince of the Host, often interpreted as a reference to a messianic figure or a high-ranking religious leader. The text is dated to the late 6th century BCE, around the time of the Babylonian exile and the destruction of the First Temple in Jerusalem. It reflects the turmoil and religious ferment among the Jewish community during this period of exile and anticipation of restoration. The reference to the Prince of Princes has led to speculation about whether the text describes a messianic figure or a contemporary leader. Some interpretations suggest that the figure represents a messianic leader who will play a role in the restoration of Jerusalem and the establishment of a new era. In conclusion, the exploration of Daniel's vision and the symbolism of the ram and the goat, as well as the broader historical context of conquests, rise of empires, division and succession, persecution and desecration, and fulfillment, leads to a deeper understanding of the book of Daniel and its significance within Jewish and Christian traditions.